What's going on, everyone? How are you doing today? I hope you're doing fantastic. And this is the beginning of hopefully a new series that I want to do. I would like to do like a series talking about some of like the new pre-orders, maybe new releases, or maybe even like some hints of like toys that are coming out or possibly in the works. Just because I think it'd be really fun to do and kind of talk about them and give you guys like my opinion on some of the stuff. I know there's some other channels that do it, and I'm kind of taking some inspiration from that. And it's just something that I kind of want to do, maybe a weekly, maybe every Friday or something like that, release a new video talking about toy news and everything. I would like to put out maybe some more content here and there. My toy reviews, I'm still going to try and put those out. I may sadly have to start dying back on those, or maybe just focus on a little more cheaper lines instead of doing like more expensive toys that are like the $50+ range every week. It gets very expensive. And as you know, things are getting expensive nowadays. And so I kind of am trying to dial back my spending when it comes to toys and the hobby itself. I'm still going to be getting new action figures. I'm still going to be getting new, like some of the more expensive stuff, but it's just going to be not as much as I am getting now. But I still want to try and put out a toy review once a week if I can. But for right now, I would like to maybe do this once a week. Hopefully have this be like a regular thing. I still am putting out gaming content right now. I'm still playing through Ocarina of Time, so that's going up. And so, yeah, that's a little update on the channel, my process and my thoughts on this series that I want to start. And also, before I get into the video itself, I do want to say thank you so much. Last Friday, I hit 800 subscribers, and I've only been doing YouTube for a little over a year, and I'm already at 800. So thank you so much to everyone who have subscribed to the channel and commenting and liking on the videos. It helps so much, and I really appreciate everything that you guys are doing because it supports my channel, and it is just great to know that you all are loving the content. So I'm going to try and put out that content, try and put out, some more of it here and there, and yeah. So with that out of the way, let's go ahead and get into this toy news. All right, and right here we are at the Big Bad Toy Store page. And of course, you're seeing right here, there's some more SHF Dragon Ball figures that are being reissued, which is really cool. So let's go ahead and open this up. So you got the Super Saiyan 3 Goku, you got the Super Saiyan Rose Goku Black, you got the Ultra Instinct Goku, which I don't have. I'm really considering getting this because he looks so cool. I really love this. I think it looks awesome. Really considering getting it, and it's only $61.99. Ships November 24. So that's really cool. You got Vegeta, you got Piccolo right here, you got Gohan from Superhero. Not my favorite Dragon Ball movie, but this is a really cool looking figure. So you got all of these. These are all being reissued. These are still on pre-order. You got Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta. And yeah, so you got all this stuff right here up for pre-order. So that's really cool. So that was actually surprising to see because I didn't know that these were all being reissued. Right here, you got some new Transformers that just went up, I believe, today. I'm filming this on Thursday. So I believe all of these did go up today for pre-order. So if you're really considering getting these, I would go ahead and pre-order them. This stuff doesn't tend to go out of stock too quickly, so I don't think you really have to rush on it. And I'm not too familiar with these characters. Infernac Universe Nucleus. Don't know who that is. What series is this from? I have no idea. I have no idea what series this is from. Transformers Legacy, I don't know. I'm not too huge into Transformers and the way they're kind of doing things now. It's like they're mixing and matching universes and stuff and kind of creating like new Transformers, and I don't know. It's confusing. Transformers fans, I'm sure y'all know. This is really cool. I do love this. The Optimus Prime from Transformers Armada is really cool. Love this. I love that. Like when he's fully all combined with the trailer. It looks so cool. But, woo, that is expensive. $90. It ships in August 24. I think this is another pre-order for this because I think this has already been released and shipped out. I think this is just another pre-order for it. So yeah, go ahead and keep your eyes open for that. Let's go ahead and back out of these Transformers. Let's go all the way down to the new pre-orders. So of course we just went over the Dragon Ball SH Figure Arts right here. We just went over the Transformers. Those were all new. You got these right here, Animal Warriors of the Kingdom. This is a really cool line. I really do like the Animal Warriors of the Kingdom. I had one. I can't even remember his name now. He was like an orange and blue, like monkey or something like that. He was Beastman colors. He was really cool. Was, as you know, I say that I did get rid of him. Not because I don't like the figure. I love the figure, but I did get rid of him just because I don't need to be collecting another line. I really don't. Things are already expensive enough as it is, and I have too many toy lines that I'm collecting right now, so I had to just back away from the line. I do like the line. I think it's really cool. I think the characters are really cool. I just can't get into it. This is really awesome for model kits. This is a Dino Megazord, but it's all clear. Like the plastic is all clear, which is really cool, but it might be a pain to clean up with like nubs. Anybody who builds model kits, I've built a few. I have a bunch of like Gundam Wing model kits. These are cool, but I am worried about how the nubs are going to be when you go to clean those off. When you're cutting them from the runners, you have that little nub mark, and if you try to remove that, it may mess up the plastic a little bit, so you're going to have to be really careful with cleaning up those nub marks. But yeah, that is awesome. You got all the Zords there. Looks really cool. And then right here, Super Robot Wars. I don't know if anybody watching this is a fan of Super Robot Wars or if you know of the franchise, but this is a really, really cool game series. I love Super Robot Wars. I have a lot of them on my Switch. And I do want to get more. I want to go back and get some of the older ones, especially from the OG line, which is what this is. This is from the original Generations line of Super Robot Wars, where they don't have licensed characters like Gurren Lagann, Gal Gaigar, Getarobo, Mazinger, and stuff like that. Yeah, so really, really cool. I love this. I am extremely contemplating getting this. This looks awesome. I love this. I think it looks awesome, and I kind of really want it. Ships September 24, and it's $78. The only thing that's kind of preventing me from pre-ordering it, it's only 5 inches tall. It's really small. So I don't know, because I'm not too big into like smaller model kits. I like ones that are a little on the bigger size, around like 6 to 7 inches or more, of course. But if around 5 inches, that's tiny. And then speaking of model kits, I had no idea this was a thing. This is sick looking. You get right here, Gal Gaigar from, what is this from? Gal Gaigar versus Better Man. Was this from the end of the movie? I haven't seen the movie in a very long time. This might be from the end of the movie. But this looks sick. It's pretty much the Genetic Gal Gaigar, but he's all gold. This looks awesome. Love it. Really thinking about getting this. Oh, wow. Look at that fist, dude. Thing is huge. Thinking about getting this. Oh, never mind. $360. Never mind. You got some Armored Core model kits right here. They look awesome. You got this Berserk figure right here. This isn't articulated. This is like a statue, but it looks really cool. I don't read Berserk. I've never read it. I really want to, though. So I think that's awesome. The character looks really cool. Guts. He does look really cool. Thinking about reading it. And then, yeah, you got all of these right here. Journey to the West. You got some Chinese, like, kind of like third-party figures. Doesn't seem to be like a licensed character or anything, so that looks cool. Going to the next page, you got some Kaiju #1 statues, figures, statues. I'm just going to say statues just because that way you don't think that these are articulated, because they're not. You got these. This is sick. I saw this and I'm like, wow. I saw Fig Zero and I thought it was going to be like a statue, because I always thought Fig Zero was non-articulated stuff from like SHF, but this isn't SHF. This is from 3.0. And this is Kamen Rider. And this is awesome. God, this is so cool. Like, look at that. That actually looks like real hair, but I think it's plastic. I think it's sculpted into the head. But that looks like real hair. But of course, he is wearing like I don't know if that's actual leather, but he is wearing an actual like jacket, like a fabric jacket. Does it say if it's leather? Don't know. Not seeing it. Not seeing it, but this does look really cool. Ships third quarter, 24, $180. It is pricey. And you do have to put down a non-refundable down payment of $18 on this. So take that into consideration. You have to put down $18 up front, but this looks sick. That looks real sick. You got Captain America, Mezco. You got some stuff right here. You got Warhammer. I'm not touching that. You got some pops. I saw these. These look scary. Like, they're supposed to be pixelated, it looks like. I don't know why they're pixelated. Oh, NBA Jam. That's why. But look at those eyes, dude. That actually looks horrifying. Got some cool stuff here. Yeah, this right here, you got Spider-Man from No Way Home. And this is the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. And this looks sick. I didn't get the Hasbro Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. So if you're interested in getting a Medicom Mafex one, you can do that. It's a whole lot more expensive. You're spending $105 on this, whereas the Hasbro was $25, I think. So that's a pricey figure. But yeah, you get all these. These are all on pre-order. I really love Yu-Gi-Oh, but God, I wish they would just make articulated figures. Good articulated figures that are around like the 6-inch scale. They refuse to do that, and I don't know why. Love this. Megaton Musashi. I believe this is from a video game. I don't think it's been released in the US. I think it was only in Japan and Asia. Because they were on the copies of the game were on Play Asia, and I believe they do have Asian copies where it's in English, possibly, not sure. I could be wrong, but I do know it was at least released in Japan, and this is really cool looking. I love this. I think the mech looks sick, looks so cool, and $65 is not bad. Ships April next year, so you have plenty of time. If you want to go ahead and lock in your pre-order, you have plenty of time to wait for this to come out. And he's 6.3 inches tall, so he's a decent size. And you got all these right here. You got, wow. Okay. I just had to click on that. And then there was Kamen Rider. I love Kamen Rider 01. This is from the movie. This is sick. I really want to get more SHF Kamen Rider figures, but I can't because look at that price tag. They're just too expensive. They're really small action figures. I mean, they're the same size as regular SHF figures, but for that price tag, like, I can't do it. It's really tiny for that price. And I don't know. That's probably just me, but I just feel like if I'm spending a lot of money on an action figure, I kind of want more plastic. I kind of want it to be a little bit taller, not so small. I'm hoping it's like it would be like if I'm spending $100+ on an action figure, I want it to be at least be larger than 7 inches tall, maybe around like the 10, 12 inch size. That would be better in my opinion if you're spending $150. But I just can't do it. These are just way too small, and I just feel like that price point, it's just too expensive. I can't do it. So I want more SHF Kamen Riders, but I just can't for that price tag. I can't do it. And as we scroll down, I wanted to go over this. This looks so cool. This is Ichigo from Bleach from the 1,000 Year Blood War arc. And this is awesome. I love this design. I love the way it looks. Really, really sick. Love this figure. Look at all those accessories that you get with that. You get all these little light effects or blast effects. I mean, it's not really a blast. I don't know what you call these. Slash effects. That's what I would say. Slash effects. You get all these accessories, all these different face plates. You get the 2 swords, of course. Really cool looking. Love that. And this comes out December of 24. And he's $95. A little on the pricey side, but I do feel like this is worth it, especially if you're a Bleach fan. I think this is really cool. So definitely go to Big Bad Toy Store and put in your pre-order if you would like to pick them up. I know some SHF figures, they do sell out pretty quickly. So this one here looks awesome. And then over here on 5K Toys, this is another site that I love to go to because they have so many cool action figures, especially from like third-party stuff, things that are licensed. They're licensed. They have licensed looks of characters from franchises, but they aren't. Like right here, you have right here the Frost Knight, and this is the only picture that you have. You don't have much to go off of, but you can pretty much tell who it is. Now, the 5K Toys Instagram page did post some pictures of what this figure actually is. And yes, this is Arthas from World of Warcraft. This is sick. Oh my god, I love this. I love this so much. It looks so cool, dude. Love that. Let's go check out that next picture. Look at that. Look at that. It looks like he has a cloth cape there too. Like, oh my god, man. I love like how these third-party like companies are coming out with these unlicensed, licensed toy lines, like characters and stuff from World of Warcraft. I have a bunch of the orcs. I have Illidan on pre-order. I have Varian on pre-order. And right here now we have Arthas. I am loving this. I am loving this. This looks sick. Like, look at that. Love that. And I love this right here. You got this really cool base right here. So you can put Frostmourne into the base of like this little ice block. Like he's like pulling it out or something. Or if he's like stabbing it down. Like that's really cool. Like how he does in the cinematic. This is really, really sick. And this right here, you put $10 down on 5K Toys. On whenever you're pre-ordering anything from there, they usually require at least like some kind of like deposit or like down payment. And it's $10. The full figure is $69 plus shipping. You get you get a deposit of $10. Second payment is $59. And estimated release is Q1 25. So it doesn't come out till next year. I can't wait. I cannot wait for that though. Looks sick. And while we're talking about World of Warcraft, right here, Wei Liang, I think is his name, over on Twitter, he posts a lot of like first photos and kind of sneak peeks at things that they're working on, and that's gonna be hitting 5K Toys as like pre-orders or new figures that are coming out on 5K Toys. And so follow him on Twitter because he posts a lot of those cool stuff, so you can kind of get an idea of what's coming out or what's being in the works. And right here, you have cho'gall from World of Warcraft. You have 2 different color schemes. You have the regular one from the game, and then you have a blue version right here. I'm not sure if the blue one, if there is a version of him in the game where he's blue, but you got this one right here. It looks really cool. Love it. It's not available for pre-order just yet, but it is in the works. And here's another picture of it. Looks so cool. Let's zoom in on that. Like, look at this. This looks really cool. I can't wait for this. That's going to be really cool, and I can't wait to add that to my World of Warcraft collection, because it is building with all these third-party companies putting out these World of Warcraft characters. It's really cool. Can't wait. And then also on Twitter the other day, he posted more pictures of Death that is available right now on pre-order at 5K Toys. He posted more screenshots of the more finished product of Death. This looks sick. I don't have him on pre-order. I'm really considering ordering him. I think it's really cool. I do love this. I really hope they make War. I would love that because I love Darksiders 1. Really cool. And this right here is another figure that I want to talk about on 5K Toys. You have right here the Freeze action figure from JM Toys. And I wonder what they mean by Freeze action figure. This looks really similar to a character called Sub-Zero in Mortal Kombat. And this actually looks like Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat X, from MKX. This looks like his look from that game. I'm not entirely sure. But he has a $15 deposit. And he releases Q1 25. So he releases next year. And the full price of the figure is $85 plus shipping. And over on the 5K Toys Instagram page, they actually posted the character himself, like the full figure, with some more pictures. So you got some screenshots right here of him holding the skull with the spine that he's ripped out of him, like from the fatality. And you can see right here, this is all like soft goods, like in the pants, like right here in the gi, it's all soft goods. All this right here, and even looks like there's like some like leather straps right here. So that looks really cool. So this figure looks awesome. I really love this. I'm not going to get it though, mainly because I want like more like classic designs of the Mortal Kombat characters from like MK1, MK2, and even MK3. That's kind of like where I want my Mortal Kombat figures to be. The newer looks like from MKX, MK11, and MK1, like the new MK1. Not too much of a fan of their designs. They look okay, like the ninjas especially. They still look good, but I love that old Mortal Kombat designs of the ninjas and even some of the other characters. I just love that era of Mortal Kombat. And so I'm not going to get this. It does look awesome. I really love it, but I'm just not a fan of the new looks. Like I said, I just want something a little more classic looking. But yeah, if you are a fan of Sub-Zero, especially from MKX or newer, I think you would love this figure. Looks really cool. And then also, like I did say, he puts out some sneak peeks as far as what's in the works. And right here, you have Toguro from Yu Yu Hakusho, I believe. I didn't watch Yu Yu Hakusho. I know of it. I do love anime. I just never really got into that one. I never really got into Yu Yu Hakusho, but this is Toguro from that. There's a toy company that is working it, Os Toys. They are the company that is going to be working on this. Close-up shots of the 3D render. Looks really cool. So yeah, if you love Yu Yu Hakusho and you've been wanting a figure of Toguro, definitely follow Waylong on Twitter, and also go to 5ktoys.com and just check periodically, or follow 5K Toys on Instagram. They post a lot of pictures and a lot of stuff whenever things are first going up on pre-order. They always post up there, so be sure to follow 5K Toys or follow Waylong on Instagram or Twitter. And this is the character that the figure is based off of. This is from the anime. So yeah, be sure to go to there, follow them, stay up to date on everything, and yeah, looks really cool. And that is it for this video. This is my very first time doing it, so I have no idea if this is going to be any good or not, if you guys are going to enjoy it. If I've missed out some stuff, I'm going to try to work on it a little bit more, maybe talk about some more stuff, show off some more stuff. But this is my first time. Put down in the comments any suggestions that you have of things that I should, and things that I could improve on. Maybe some toy lines you want me to talk about. So that is it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like and subscribe to the channel. I'm Dude Retro, and I'll see y'all next time.